Okay, so this is model 3 of lesson 5. So I'm gonna just set up my Venn diagram. Okay, Suburban High School has a population of 1376. All right, so that's our total. Put that right there. The number of students who participate in sports is 649. The number of students who participate in music is 433. If the probability that a student participates in either sports or music is 974 over 1376, what is the probability that a student participates in both sports and music, right? So we are looking for the probability of S and M. Oops. Right. So we know the denominator is going to be 1376, but we were not given enough information to answer the question outright because we were not given the quantity of students that take both sports and music. So very similar situation to Model 1 and Model 2. Let's see, so the number of students who participates in sports is 649, right? So this is going to be 649 minus x. And the number of students who participate in music is 433. So this is going to be 433 minus x. And the key piece of information was that they gave us the probability of a student participating in sports or music. And we want to focus on the numerator. So that's the quantity of students that participates in sports or music. And that's from the or statement. And as we've seen many times already, when we're provided with the or statement represents the summation of all three values in our circles. So we're going to take 649 minus x plus the middle value, x, plus 433 minus x, and we're going to set it equal to just the 974 and solve for x. So that always happens, which is very, very nice. 649 plus 433 is 1082. Okay, so I'm going to subtract the 974 over, and then I'm going to add the x over. So 1082 minus 974 is 108. Okay, so we just found out the number of students that play sports as well as music, 108. And that's the numerator of our final answer. Just overlooking the directions, it did not say that we have to convert to a decimal or convert to a percent, so we're just going to leave it like this. Okay. Model 4. A study was designed to test the effectiveness of a new drug. Half of the volunteers received the drug. The other half received a sugar pill. The probability of a volunteer receiving the drug and getting well was 40%. What is the probability that a volunteer getting well? What is the probability of a volunteer getting well given that the volunteer received the drug? Okay. So, let's see. Okay. So I think I'm going to use D and W here. because they gave us the probability of a volunteer receiving the drug and getting well was 40%. So receiving the drug, getting well. And we know that this is 0.40 or 40%. What is the probability of a volunteer getting well given that the volunteer received the drug? So we're looking for the probability of the volunteer getting well. So I'm using W for well, given that the volunteer received the drug. And I use D for drug. So as we saw in our first couple of lessons, and we even reviewed it up here in Model 2, whatever comes after the word given is your subgroup. Which equates to being your denominator, right? So what is the probability that the volunteers just received the drug? Well, it's 0.5. And why is that? Well, it says a study was designed to test the effectiveness of a new drug. Half of the volunteers received the drug. Half received a sugar pill, which was not the drug, right? So there was a 50% chance that the volunteers were going to get the drug, and there was a 50% chance that they were not going to get the drug, right? So they sort of indirectly gave us that piece of information, right? So what we have to do is we have to focus just on the circle that represents the drug, receiving the drug. And we know that the probability that a volunteer received the drug is 0.5. So this has to be 0.1. So let's see. What is the probability that the person got well given they took the drug? So are we going to use this number or this number? Well, we have to use this number because 0.1 represents the people that took the drug but didn't get well, right? This number includes those volunteers that took the drug and got well at the same time. 0.4 divided by 0.5, that's 0.8.